hey, because this is a Friday game, like it's not as though USC has to do any scoreboard watching. I mean, obviously USC's winning in anyway, but like you don't have the distraction of having any other games going on. So, we've laid out the various playoff scenarios and what ifs at Trojans Wire, but we're definitely not going to write a single word about previewing any playoff game because we're focused on Utah. We're expecting Utah to give it all it has. We're not like taking anything for granted. I return to the fact that the Pac-12 title game has often eliminated a title game hopeful. This final month of the season, you see Pac-12 teams each year get close and then they get knocked out. They get bumped off the hunt. So, like with that history in mind, and also knowing that the limitations that still exist on this defense, again, no one should be taking this for granted. If you're USC, I'm definitely not. We'll have Saturday to talk about playoff scenarios if USC is able to get past this tough challenge from Utah. But like you're just going to get a focus on the Utah game coming up this week. Also, there is the plot point that the folks in Seattle are going to be rooting very hard for the Trojans. You don't see that very often. Seattle fans rooting really hard for a Los Angeles sports team. But if USC wins and does go to the playoff, that's going to elevate the Washington Huskies to the Rose Bowl. And it's something that's happened a few times before. 1977, that was Don James' first trip to the Rose Bowl against Michigan with Warren Moon, a guy you might remember at quarterback. USC had to knock off UCLA on a Frank Jordan field goal at the very end to win that game. And then 4 years later in 1981, it was UCLA not making a field goal. It was George Achika of USC, the nose guard, blocking future NFL star Norm Johnson on a 46-yard kick. And so that sent USC to a 22-21 win, which sent another Don James team and Jacques Robinson to the 1982 Rose Bowl, where Hayden Fry made his first Rose Bowl with the Iowa Hawkeyes, Washington beating Iowa in that 82 Rose Bowl. That was thanks to good old USC. So once again, the Washington Huskies are counting on USC to send the Dogs to the Rose Bowl. So Seattle's going to be supporting the Trojans this Friday night.
Yeah, the Huskies shut out the Hawkeyes in that Rose Bowl. And if I remember correctly, not quite as high of a status quarterback, but one Tom Flick, the starting quarterback for the Washington Huskies in that one against the Hawkeyes.
And there was a future legendary coach on that 1981 Iowa team, a guy named Bob Stoops.
After playing for the Hawkeyes. Absolutely.